Please subscribe so that every time we post a video, you are the first to be notified. We'll be posting videos every day. Today we want to talk about simplification of algebraic fractions. So to simplify this question which we have on the solving board, what you do first of all, consider the sign which is there. This is division of fractions. The division changes to multiplication. Solution, division has to change to multiplication. So we have this 14 x to the power 3 over 9y to the power 2. I said this changes to multiplication, so we have times z. Then the fraction after the multiplication that we have put here, we have to now inverse this one. The inverse of this fraction will be found as the denominator becoming the numerator, or the numerator becoming the denominator. Hence we have 18 y to the power 3 as our numerator, and 7 x to the power 4 as the denominator. From there you can now proceed. We can see that variables are raised to certain powers. As it is right now, this is x to the power 3, meaning x times x times x. So if we have to expand on that, then we can say 14 then times x times x times x, because there are 3 of them, over 9 times y times y, then times 18 times y times y times y, over 7 times x times x times x times x, like that. According to what we have here, there are 3 x's, 1, 2, 3, 2 y's, 1, 2, 3 y's, 1, 2, 3, 4 x's, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that way it is okay in terms of our expansions. Now look at the common factors. What can be cancelled? This 14 and that 9, they have no common factor. 18 and 7, no common factor. Now let us try to consider crossing them. 14 and 7, the common factor is there, and that common factor is the 7 itself. So 7 into 7 is actually 1. So this is 1. 7 into 14, 2. What about 9 and 18? 9 into 9, 1. 9 into 18, 2. Then from there, consider x. This is x and that is x. They can go. X, x, they will go. X, x, they will go. In terms of x, we are done. Let's go to y. In terms of y, what are we having in terms of y? This y will go with this y. This one and that one. At this point, actually, we are done with the divisions. So let us copy what we have remained with. What we have remained with here is just a 2 over 1. Then this is 2 times y, which is going to be 2y over what has remained there is another 1. Then from this point, we have remained with 1 here and x. So it's 1 times x, which will give us x there. Then do direct multiplication there. When you multiply directly, 2 times 2y will give you 2, it will give you 4y over 1 times x is x. This is the simplified answer that we are looking for, considering the question that we have been asked to actually simplify this one, and the answer will remain like that. From this point, you cannot actually progress. There's nothing to do anymore. Let us try and have another question so that we can have a deeper understanding of what we are actually doing. So if we have to get another question, I have to remove this part. Then we write something else, because the size of our solving board is not that good. So it will not accommodate another question like that. The next question is going to be titled as question B. So we have this as our second question B, and then let it be p to the power 2 q to the power 3 over 4 times 8 over p q divided by 2 p squared and a q, like that. P squared q to the power 3 4 8 pq divided by 2 p squared q. So we have to simplify even this question. To simplify this question, in terms of the mathematical operations, there we have multiplication and division. So let us deal with division according to board mass. Solution. If we have to rewrite this, because this will now be p to the power 2, then q to the power 3 over 4 times 8 over pq, the division will change to multiplication because these are fractions. Even this one is a fraction, it can be written with over 1. So when this changes to multiplication, this one also inverses. Instead of writing it as over 1, then it will be inversed to 1 over 2 p squared and a q. At this point, consider that the variables are raised to certain powers. So p to the power 2 means p times p, then times q to the power 3, 3 q's over 4. This is coming from there. This is coming from there. Times 8 over p times q times 1 over 2 times p times q. I'm sure at this point we have expanded everything. After the expansion, the next is to consider the common factors. So in this case, this is a p. This is a p. It can cancel with this p. Let me try to use a different color. P and this p can cancel. We have another p here. Yes, this will go with this other p. Q, they will also cancel. Q, they will cancel. 4 there, 1. 4 there, 2. 2 there, 1. 2 there, 1. Yes, I hope we are done with the cancelling. Let's see what we have remained with. What has remained here is just a q over 1. What has remained there is just 1 over 1. Then what has remained here is 1 over p, like that. Then if we multiply through, q times 1 will still be q over 1 times p will be a p. So the answer is q over simplification of algebraic fractions. So on the board we have equation 17k to the power 2 over 28 to the power 2 divided by 51k to the power 2 over 5a. What you have to consider first of all is the mathematical operation that has been used. This is division, and division of fractions has got its own rules. Solution. The rule is that, the first rule is that the division will change to multiplication. So we still have 17k to the power 2 over 20a to the power 2 times z. These changes to multiplication. Then the second rule is that the fraction after the mathematical operation, this one, must be inversed. Meaning the denominator becomes the numerator, or the numerator becomes the denominator. So our denominator in this case is 5a. It will be the numerator over 51, 51k to the power 2. Then from there, the variables that we have been raised to certain powers. Like this is k to the power 2, meaning k times k. So this can be written as 17 times k over 20 times a times another a, then times 5a over 5 times k times k. This is k, not 4. So this is k. Then at this point, look for the common factors. There is no 17 in the denominator, so this 17 cannot cancel with anything here. There is no k, 5 and a, all these they cannot cancel in any way. What if we consider this 5 and that 20? Those two will cancel. So we can say 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 20, it's 4. 17 into 17, 1. 17 into 51, it's 3. In terms of the numbers, we have cancelled everything. So k and this k will cancel like that. Then k and this k will also cancel. This a will go with this a. Do we have any more things to cancel? No. What number have we remained with here? It's just a 1. So we can rewrite what we have. We copy, we have 1 over, this is 4 times a, which will be 4a. Then times, this is just 1 over 3 times what? 3 times 0, or 3 times 1. So it will be a 3 there. Then 1 times 1, 1. 4a times 3, 12a. This is our answer. So, simplification of algebraic fractions is that simple, but the most critical part is this one, and also a point at which you have to change the sign and also to invest the fraction. So, as you are able to follow these steps, you can be able to also answer questions that might come. Let's try and do another question so that we cement our understanding. Due to the size of the board, I have to remove what is there and write some other things. So we can have another question. Let's say this will be question B. Let this be question B. If this can be question B, then we are saying B. Let it be 6x to the power 2, then over 15y squared, then divide by 2x over 3y. The same way we answered the previous question is the same way we are going to answer this one. We say solution. The mathematical operation in this case is the division, so it has to be changed. We have 6x to the power 2 over 15y to the power 2. Multiplication comes in because this is division of fractions. Then the idea of the fraction inversing also comes in. So we have 3y over 2x. Then at this point, even if we do not expand, this is y can go with the 1 of the y, so you subtract 1 on the power. This is x, it can go with 1 of the x, so you subtract 1 on the power. Then we have 6x over 15y times 3 over 2. In terms of the variables, there is no more cancelling that can take place. Then we can say 2 there, 1. 2 there, 3. 3 there, 1. 3 there, 5. After doing that, we can rewrite this. We say 3 over 5 times 1 over 1. And the answer is going to just be 3. There's x there. There's x and there's y. So the answer will just be 3x over 5y. This is our answer. This marks the end of the lesson. This marks the end of our lesson. Please, if you have not subscribed, this is the time to do so, because every day we'll be posting videos, and it's important that every time we post a video, you are the first to be notified. Where you need to comment, you need to ask something, do not hesitate. We value your support, we value your contribution, be it positive or negative. welcome once more, and thank you very much for having watched the video. Please share the video with others. Let other lovers of mathematics enjoy the mathematics that we are doing on this platform. It's mathematics all the way until Jesus Christ comes. Take a minute of your time and imagine the world without mathematics. We cannot be able to calculate or count the time without the use of mathematics. The calendar that we use is a product of mathematics. We only get to know that this is the year 2020 by the use of mathematics, by following the calendar mathematically. The population of any country is a product of mathematics. You only get to know that it takes 9 months for a baby to be born through the use of mathematics. In the medical field, temperature is calculated using mathematics. In the business world, profit and loss is only appreciated by the use of mathematics. A bricklayer uses mathematics to calculate the number of bricks needed for that construction. A carpenter uses mathematics to calculate the gradient of the roof before the roof is put up. A policeman has to count the number of prisoners in that police cell through mathematics. A thief should be able to calculate the hypotenuse of that brick wall before falling off that brick wall. We all need mathematics. Mathematics runs the world.